Hi, Deacon Ed McCormick here on day 16 of our Ignatian experience. And I want to make a general comment about our prayer experience thus far. Throughout these days, I've been encouraging you to imaginatively enter into the gospel scenes so that you are accompanying Jesus, you are there experiencing his ministry as he touches people's lives. And Ignatius has us do this so that we can get to know Jesus, if you will, from the inside. He wants us to have this personal kind of internal experience of salvation. And so as you spend time with Jesus throughout his ministry, you will get to know him. But the other thing that will happen, and maybe you've noticed this, is as you get to know him, he starts to reveal parts of you that you may not have known. He may have opened up for you parts of yourself or a way of being that is new to you. Maybe a sense of peace, maybe a desire to be more about the work of Christ, maybe a desire to live in different ways and to interact with people in new ways and let go of some old ways. Many of these things can happen in this kind of prayer. So that's my first opening comment as a way of encouraging you to continue to enter into these scenes. Now we're going to bring Jesus' ministry, in a sense, to a climax by contemplating Matthew 21, verses 1 to 12. And this is now Jesus who has made his way to Jerusalem. He's near Bethany, and he asks one of his disciples to go and get a donkey. And he mounts the donkey and rides down the Mount of Olives and into the city of Jerusalem. Now, the larger context of this scene is a dimension of Jesus' ministry we haven't touched on that much, and it's this. While Jesus is announcing the kingdom of God, gathering disciples, healing people, exorcising demons, he is going about bringing God's healing and forgiving and renewing kingdom into people's lives. And you've had an experience of this throughout this week or so. But there's a counter force at work. The forces of the enemy, as the enemy of human nature, as St. Ignatius would call him. There is a counter force that opposes the coming of the kingdom, and it's manifest in the political leadership, Pharisees and Sadducees, eventually the Roman Empire, but it's underneath all of the opposition or the forces of evil. And there is this kind of cosmic battle going on between God working through Jesus and the forces of evil. And every time Jesus heals somebody, frees them, forgives them, every time somebody says yes to his call or invitation, he is defeating the forces of evil. And this battle starts to come to a climax in Jerusalem. And that's why it's significant how Jesus decides to enter into Jerusalem. Because the traditional way of battling Rome and the forces of evil has been with violence. And Jesus enters into Jerusalem on a donkey. He's acting out Zechariah chapter 9, where Zechariah speaks about the king of Israel returning to Jerusalem as a king of peace. And that's how Jesus enters the city. So I encourage you to enter this scene. Maybe you're one of the disciples who gets the donkey. Maybe you're walking alongside him as he's sitting on the donkey going down the Mount of Olives. Talk to him about the peace that He's trying to bring into your life and into the world in the face of the forces of violence and evil. I'll see you in the next video.